anyways, I walk out and this guy is screaming at his girlfriend, like insane. I was like, dude, you need to calm down. And he starts running his mouth, and I'm just walking towards the car, you know. And finally, I had enough, so I ripped my jacket off, and you know, like when something's far away, it doesn't look as big as it actually is. Well, by the time we got to each other, this guy was probably 5 or 6 inches taller than me. But, welcome back. You are late again. That's all you gotta do is show up on time. Come on, just once. Help me out. Anyways, so we purchased this F600 front clip for our F600 pickup build. We are affectionately calling that Lomax, which is from the, I think it was like 1968 maybe, John Wayne movie. And Lomax was Kirk Douglas, and he was the bad guy in the movie or whatever. So anyways, my plan is to make some marks on here, and we're going to cut these fenders all up and put them on the side of the box for the dually and whatever else. All you gotta do is hang out for a little while and I'll show you. Anyways, you're watching Whiskey Dents. Welcome. All right, so our plan is, once this starts to taper out flat is where I want to cut it. I'm going to cut along this seam and then try to keep it as straight as possible down the front. And then we're going to screw it to the side of that box to see what it looks like. I did purchase another pickup today that has the F600 fenders on that as well. So I'm going to cut this off. We're going to put it on the box, see if we like it. If we don't, what I might end up doing is cutting this fender in half, and then the one that I purchased today, I might cut that fender as well, so that both sides are the same. I'm not sure yet. What I really want to do is put it on the side of the box and get a look at it, see if I like it. You know, there's a million ways to do it wrong, and there's only a couple of ways to do it right. So I really want it to look right, almost like it was done back like that in '66. So yeah, we're gonna get the death wheel out and yeah, just start cutting. Why not? So I had originally marked this so that we could follow all that happy jazz. But what I think I'm going to do is just cut this off right here, because this is nice and flat, and just run this whole seam. The reason being is because when we put this on the box, realistically, this can almost just butt right up to here. I'll show you real quick. Since we got a box, so you see this normal fender well is way down here, but obviously we're gonna have to come up, and luckily we got this seam right here. I think that the bottom of the fender is probably gonna be somewhere in there. You know, the factory box itself doesn't go all the way to the top of the wheel, so this is gonna move everything over. And I think it's going to look right. So it's only one way to figure it out. We might as well do it. Okay, I'm not going to lie. I do kind of like the way this looks. And I think when I do my regular cab build, it's all-wheel drive. I'm going to leave it as low as I can and go wide body, because it looks like I could probably get like a 14-inch wheel on here or something that, you know, deep dish. Which with the Crown Vic front end on this, obviously that's not happening. And the Mercury Mountaineer, I think, actually sits in a little bit further, so we'll be able to get gigantic wheels on it. So, anyways, I'm going to put you guys on a tripod, get the death wheel out. Well, I should probably pull this fender off this front clip first, but then we'll get to cutting. What do you guys think? I kind of like it. Anyways. All right, we got one cut. Sitting fairly flat, but I think what I'm going to do is tip that box down because it's dark out now. Maybe I'll move the crew cab over just a little bit, and we'll set it on the box and see what it looks like. All right, so right away you can tell that the wheel opening is absolutely gigantic. I really like the way the back looks. I'm gonna turn the camera sideways so you guys can see. Does that make sense? I'm gonna have to cut that off and weld that other set of fenders together to get the look that I'm going for. I wasn't sure if I was gonna need to, but yeah, definitely. So anyways, that's where we're at. Hopefully I can go grab that other set next weekend. I'm trying to get the truck home next weekend as well because I did all the measuring and whatever else, but I just want to make sure that this is going to be enough gap to cover them duals. It sure would suck to weld all this stuff on there and then it not be right. So, but otherwise, everything looks like it's going to follow the curvature. Absolutely perfect. I saved these drop pieces. I'm going to leave those on so that they almost work like a mud flap on the front and the back. I think I'm going to get rid of the step underneath the cab. So anyways, that's where we're at. I guess we gotta wait for another set of fenders, or I guess I can cut the other set up for the passenger side. Maybe what I'll do is just lop that one in half and then do a little surgery. I don't know. Pretty pleased so far. It's gonna look good. It's gonna look real good. All right, so I'm gonna cut this fender in half, and then the passenger side that's sitting on the crew cab right now, I'm gonna cut that one in half too. So we're gonna weld it together. It's gonna be like magic. All right, so let's get the saw out. We're gonna cut the back half of this fender off. And then I'm gonna take this fender over here that's hanging. And I'm gonna cut that one in half as well. Put them together, and then we'll go set them on the box that are actually going on outside. See what it looks like. I think I'm gonna close that opening just a little bit. I don't know. We'll see what it looks like once we get it on there. Well, here we have it. This is what it's gonna look like. Probably should have turned it around. Maybe I'll stand on this side quick. You'll be able to kind of see it. So the plan is I'm gonna put this on the ground because I know that's flat. This table is not. And I'll get this clamped on there so it looks nice and straight. And we'll weld it together. Take it outside, screw it to the box, and get a good look at it. All right, so you're gonna have to use your imagination just a little bit. But see what I'm trying to accomplish here now? I think the back is gonna have to come up just a little, as well as the front. So I'll trim some of that material out and then butt it right up to the seam. I think that's gonna look pretty darn good. It also sits real nice. I don't know if you can see that or not. Obviously this side we're gonna have to do a little bit of trimming on to get this to sit down, and then take a little bit of this out, but it'll pull in pretty nice. So all in all, I'm pretty happy about that. I think it's gonna look right. What do you guys think? Should I weld this piece back on? Maybe make some wall art or something like that? Just an idea. Well, that's going to do it for this week's episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Maybe one of these days we'll get back on the crew cab. Let's see. So I worked myself out of work, but tomorrow I am going to hopefully drive the grain truck home. And once we get it outside, we'll probably give it a good wash. I don't know the last time it's been washed, but it's got stuff growing on it, and I can only deal with that stink inside the cab for so long. So we're gonna have to take care of that. We'll probably, I think next week we'll probably start pulling the box off it. And maybe pull one of them axles out of there, set the other box on top of it, get a look at what we got going on there. We're also, I bought another pickup, so I'll be going to get the front clip for that as well. So stay tuned for Lomax. That is our F600 pickup build, which you just got done watching episode 2. So anyways, thanks again for joining me. Don't forget to check out Classic Car Revivals as well as High Octane Garage with a K. He's got an awesome video that just came out. He's scouring the countryside trying to find a classic automobile for his next project. So anyways, don't forget Tanner Rebuilds, 1776 Garage. Glenn finally got that old Beam or that Mercedes running. So anyways, have a great weekend. Oh, tune in. I'm going to have a custom exhaust tip video here sometime today or tomorrow morning. So anyways, bye. Oh, you guys are here still. Sweet. Anyways, we are going to get back on the crew cab, but I just came to the realization that there's no way I'm going to have it done by May 15th or whatever when it's time to go to nationals. So we're going to slow down a little bit, start on the other project, and then we'll jump back on this. I think what I'm going to do is kind of jump back and forth. It will keep it interesting for you guys. So I ran out of propane. My garage is absolutely freezing. It's supposed to be 50-something degrees tomorrow. I'm really hoping that we can do a bunch of recording. But anyways, it's about time we need to pull that cab off and get rid of that flatbed. Just get that out of my yard. There's our dually box. I am so impressed with this. The only thing I'm concerned about is the way this comes in so much. The back is going to pull in quite a bit too. And I got to cut a whole bunch of this out. So we're going to have to reinforce it. But I don't want to cut any of this out till I got the box here, because I might need to move this forward or backward a little bit, depending on where the axles are on the grain truck. And I just want it to look right, you know. If when the time comes, we'll get it figured out. We got to make some supports too to maybe run in here, you know, on each side, so that nothing's flopping around in the wind. We don't want to be doing that. We got to fix the tailgate. We got some rust holes in this box we got to fix. Like, lots and lots of stuff to do. So hopefully get that home this weekend. I'm sure my neighbors will just be tickled with that. Oh, well, I almost forgot. Y'all come back now, you hear? Have a good week. Bye. Aren't you guys the cutest? You best friends? That's good.
This is my puppy.
It is.
But not Sissy's.